So
Yeah.
like when you actually hit the stream thing, it doesn't
Okay.
immediately start streaming.
Well, we have a green thing, so welcome everyone to the Promised Neverland podcast. Tonight, I am joined by a man who walked 500 miles, and he would walk 500 more to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to show up at your door. The one, the only Sea Tactics.
When I wake up, you know I'm gonna be the man who
Wakes up next to you.
wakes up next to you. When I go out, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who
Yeah, I don't know.
goes out with you.
I'm not sure. Is the stream working?
Oh, I think you're on you stream to a totally different thing again. So
Did I?
yeah, I don't know why it does that.
Okay. Please hold while I figure out technical things.
Oh lordy.
Yes, we have Satsuki, we have Jim Alive Pal, so welcome everyone. And yeah, we had quite an episode. There are lots of things and stuff and running and kids and demons and more demons and then the giant trees and then the fireflies.
And then the guy with the sword.
Yes, who is actually a demon and then no wait, that guy we knew was a demon.
They're like both demons.
Yeah. Wait, I have a theory.
Uh-oh.
What if the kids are the real demons?
Oh my god. What if the humans are actually the demons?
Exactly.
And the demons are actually the humans.
Exactly. I mean, one thing that I noticed is like how human-like all the demons were acting and sounding. Like if they didn't look weird, you would think that they were human.
Well, especially the girl.
Yeah.
If you didn't look at her feetsies, you would be like, what the hell?
Well, even the guy with the sword too, like at first you thought he was a human because I mean, what else would he be?
Yeah.
But it also shows like how many different like types of demons there are. So there seem to be like different factions. Some are more animal-like, some are more human-like, and just how they look.
Mm-hmm. You know, the coolest thing I thought about this episode, I know like the whole teaser of like, you know, the demons they're helping out humans. That was pretty cool, but I actually like the whole setting stuff. I thought the setting was a really cool way to, because we talked about it last week where I was very worried about the whole mystique and the mystery and the behind the setting in the world.
Yeah.
It seems they've brought it back, not as much as was before, but it definitely, like, you know, just from this first episode, I mean, we got so many things. Obviously it's not on planet Earth.
Well, or at least not the planet Earth that we would know of.
Yeah, maybe this is either an alien planet or what I theorized, thousands of years in the future, or has changed so much that it's not the same.
Yeah, because wait. So
Because there was
well,
tons of different stuff.
Yeah, and well, if you remember, in season 1 at least, I don't know if season 1 had it too, but the names of the episode were all the date the event was occurring.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna go back to Verb just like double check that. But I'm wondering is like they only had the last 2 digits for the year, but what if that's actually hiding something?
I don't know because I don't know if at this point if the year is even relevant.
Yeah, but they're also making like a really big like point of that, it seems.
Right, but at the same time, the year to me, like, it's not exactly the current year that is relevant.
Right.
It is really what has happened up to this point before. Like what is like like what is up with these demons? Why is there a forest of giant trees, plants that can emit their own light?
Yeah, the plants that just like hold so much water. You have like flying jellyfish.
Yeah, it's really strange.
Yeah, and I think the whole point of all that was just showing this is not the Earth that we know of. And something else interesting is that they noticed like the plant they cut to get the water out. That's not a plant that we had seen, but they knew about it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they knew about it because they knew about it from those books.
Exactly. So, and the books seem to be describing the world as we know it, but this shows that there's a disconnect there.
Yeah, I wonder. See, it's very interesting where they got these books. This is something I didn't even consider before, but
Oh, yeah.
now that you bring it up, it's very fascinating. So with these books, we know that some of them came from William and Minerva, or
Right.
maybe this organization of people called William and Minerva,
Yeah.
because they got the Morse code,
So he's
there's the
definitely, he
insignia.
or they are definitely involved and are the source of them. So
Yeah, yeah.
that begs the question: why do they have these books? Why would the demons let them have it?
Well, I think the reason is because it's left undetected.
Yeah, so like they don't know that there's they don't know there's anything that could harm them in there. Like,
Yes, because to them this information is just this information,
yeah,
and there may be a whole. What I'm guessing is happening is there is a collection of information that in some of the books they're right, some of the books they're outdated,
yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, because even assuming they're on Earth in like the current century, it's only like 30, 40 years in the future past when they got the books.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
could be so for all these changes too. Yeah, it's definitely probably the most interesting, at least one of the most interesting, is now we just have like no idea what the world is, even as we learn a little bit more about it.
Mhm. Mhm. See this, I think this episode, that's why I'm saying with this episode it it opened up more of the setting to me than it did the actual two characters that were introduced in the last episode, because to me it makes the outside world, outside the walls, seem so much more confusing and fascinating. And I don't mean confusing in a bad sense, but confusing in the sense of just you don't you have like a lot of questions of
Right.
like what is going on here.
And I
And
feel like we know more, but we also have a lot more questions. Because before it was like our question is, what is on the outside? And now our question is, this is on the outside. How do all these things make sense? And apparently Satsuki never got notification, so I'm sad now.
well, it's yeah, well, it's
YouTube is
you're
weird.
just getting, yeah, you're just getting used to how to set it up. But
Yeah.
trust me, it happens literally once every season where the KOA I stream and it's just all completely wrong and it's streaming to like a totally different site I didn't want it to stream to.
It's
I'm like, how did
streaming.
this even happen?
It's only streaming to Facebook.
I cry.
And to answer Adrian's question, no, this is not the ReZero podcast, though I have plenty to talk about there too.
Hey, Rising could be on the ReZero podcast next week. You never know.
So yes, go comment and tell them you want me here, and if you don't, go watch my ReZero video anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Uh, hello, the itty bitty anime channel.
Yes, I think I've seen them before, so yes, thank you for stopping by. They commented on something of mine.
So what do you think? What do you think about the demons in particular, and not the demons we saw at the end, but the ones that started to chase after the kids?
Oh, one of the things that I thought was interesting is like just how like sort of human they were, and like they were like very intelligent. They seemed like human, like how you would expect. That they were also like chasing the kids. They seemed to, I don't know. I'm not sure if they were trying to kill them or they were more curious or interested or what. But they're, oh, Satsuki not, wait, why is Satsuki here if you didn't watch the episode?
He's read the whole manga.
Can I kick Satsuki?
No, don't kick Satsuki. Satsuki is our Francesca of this podcast.
Ah, yes. So Satsuki is Francesca. Now my brain just broke a little bit.
If we get something wrong, Satsuki's going to be like, "You're wrong."
But yes.
But well, I asked that because what I found interesting is it seemingly the demons carry around these melee weapons that they're very powerful with, because they were able to take down that monster or whatever.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. Like they were being chased by a monster, which I thought was a demon, but no, the actual demon just killed them, which shows they're both demons and monsters, and they're not necessarily the same thing.
Yeah. Saucy says I'm nowhere as good as Francesca. I agree. Francesca, best girl.
I mean, Satsuki is
Uh,
best boy.
yes, this is true. This is true. Satsuki, best boy. Francesca, best girl. Uh, but I find that interesting because to me it shows that the demons are on a different playing field in terms of at least the kinds of weapons and strength they have.
Oh
Because
yeah.
now it makes me wonder is like how can the humans fight against these demons and what is their weapons going to be?
Well, I'm wondering, like, could like modern technology, like guns or cannons or nuclear bombs, stop the demons? Because like
They
in a physical fight, yes, you're right. Like they have giant swords, they have lots of strength.
yeah. But to me, I wonder if they even have those kinds of weapons like automatic machine guns or even rifles, you know?
Right.
Like what is it like on the technology side?
Yes.
And it makes me think that that is probably the reality is they do have those things because as we saw from the pin that was from William Minerva, it's actually like a digital map. It's like a
Yeah.
holographic digital map,
So
which is
that's one of the weirdest
pretty neat.
things is like the vast difference in technology between like the books and what we saw, and then like a digital map that did everything.
Right. Right. You know, what we've seen so far in the series up until this point has literally been like junk of things that have seemingly existed what would exist like now,
Yeah.
things like old boxes or old like cameras and old like lunch boxes and stuff that can create an electric shock. That's it.
Yeah, it was like very
That is
basic,
literally it.
very jerry rigged together. And yes, Satsuki, we get your joke. Good work.
Saucy says if they find the mystery box they can get the ray gun.
Yes, get it, ray gun.
I didn't read that part. uh
And Bella Bell says, I think they're going to kill off another character. I'm kind of positive since they weren't hesitant about killing off Connie and Norman. Which,
I mean, yeah.
I,
I don't know who they would. So we just have to see what happens in the next episode, I think,
yeah.
on that regard.
Well, I'm also not,
Because
I'm not convinced that Norman is dead. Also, please no manga spoilers if you read the manga. But I have a theory he's still alive.
well, we just it's the whole thing of Deus Ex Machina. We don't know if we saw him or not, and Japan loves Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, and I feel like that's like a trope they would use. Like we didn't see him dead, so they have room to bring him back.
Yeah.
Which
Do you what do you think about the demons we saw at the end?
at the end, yeah, I'm very confused now. It's yeah, we see like the female demon seemed to like be worried about Emma, didn't want her to overexert herself, was taking care of them all. But at the same time, can we really trust demons? Are some demons good guys? Which this is implying. But I have a feeling it's a lot more nuanced than that.
I feel like this is a situation. This is most comparable to something like a situation where the demons are there are all demons are bad possibly, but the demons have different kind of factions within them.
Yeah.
So there are demons that just want to set up farms and eat people. There are demons that are just on their own, like no connection to anything else, don't have any sort of organization,
There's like
and
trying to
literally do
survive.
what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I guess I beg the question, what are these demons' motivation? Like, why did they rescue the kids? Is it to like eat them later? Which that might make sense. They want to take care of them until then. Or are they like benevolent, trying to help? Are they trying to use this to get back at the farm? And we definitely learned that these demons know about the farms and know that these kids are from the farm.
Yeah, on some level it seems they have to because they're so close in proximity.
Yeah. And they couldn't have traveled all that far, like maybe a few miles.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, not very far because I mean moments before they were these other demons were chasing after them. So
Yeah.
it's all really interesting to figure out what role these two play in. And I mean obviously it seems they what may be going on here, maybe these new demons want to maybe these new demons they want to take the children for their own benefits rather than give the children back over to this other, faction of demons. It's
Right.
like, hey, I got my food, you go get
Well,
yours.
yeah, because you saw Soju like save Ray from the other demons, so they're not closely aligned, or at least there's some animosity between them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think there's something more. I don't think there's a clear cut. Either way, I don't think it's clear cut whether these are good or bad. Because I think in this episode, they've shown that you have to you're not looking at it from any perspective. They're
Yeah.
kind of neutral right now. They're both you get seen as good and both be seen as bad.
Yeah, because they see like they did good things if you consider the health of the characters. But at the same time, we have no reason to trust them, and like just the way they presented it, Ray is really on edge with them, with good reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we have to see what they say, but we can see by their actions they want them to trust them because they replaced all their bandages.
Right.
They gave them something that can call them. They gave them plenty of light lanterns. They gave them bedding. They did. They even gave them water. They did all of these things. They didn't even like if they really wanted to like capture them like that, they could have put them in a cage or
Yeah,
something.
and like they even commented they weren't tied up; they're free to do whatever.
Yeah,
So it's like they're
exactly.
doing everything they can to like be good to the kids.
Yeah, they're trying to make a very good first impression.
Right.
So if they just wanted them for food, they could have already done something that would have already suggested that. But I think these two demons are a little bit more complicated than in terms of their motivations.
Well, something else to keep in mind is like Isabella did the same thing for the kids. Like she took care of them as best she could, made sure they were comfortable, happy, all that.
Yes, but the end goal of that motivation was to get them to a certain ripe age.
Yeah.
They are and we already know that that's what the demons like. At age of 12 is when they like to eat them.
Yeah, and like Ray's already there, so if they basically wanted Ray's for food, they would have eaten him now.
Yeah, I mean they're perfect, right? Right now for eating. So,
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe
uh
not quite yet. And we also don't know, are the other kids safe? The demons seem to imply that they are, but again, do we trust the demons?
right. Right. It is a very interesting place they find themselves in. And Satsuki says Isabella is a good mom. We sure? We sure about that?
This is why Satsuki's not Francesca. And yes, I agree with Bella Bells that this is going to be an interesting season. So, yeah. I think this is my favorite show of the season so far.
Yeah, one of my favorites. AOT is really good. This has been really strong based off the first episode. Oh, did you see that this season is going to be 11 episodes?
Yes, I did hear that.
What do you think about that?
Well, I don't. I wish it was more because I like Promised Neverland, but I don't know enough about like the structure of it to know if that's like too many or not enough.
Yeah, I don't. Satsuki would have to tell us about that,
Yeah,
but I think it's good that a series is doing less than the standard amount because I think to me that shows that they're not going to try and overextend it
yeah.
to get more content out than they should be able to get out of it.
It's like
So,
they're making it as long as they feel it needs to be, as opposed to how long it should be for being a season of anime.
yeah. Or by the next episode they could be covering 10 chapters in every episode. And
And that is possible. Yeah, the pacing here felt good. Like they weren't trying to cover too much. They weren't just like being too slow.
yeah.
What did you think with how they like started it off with him running from the monster and then the flashback?
I was confused for a second, but I immediately understood what was going on, of
And
course.
yes, to answer your question, Draw Kill, yes, episode 1 is out. It's on Hulu at least, and probably other places.
Hulu, Funimation.
Yeah, Funimation is going to have it. I think Hulu got it out like a day earlier, which was weird.
Yeah, that's very strange. We'll see if that happens next week again. I don't know if it will. Probably not.
Yeah,
But
or
yeah,
other certain websites, if you know what I mean.
but the opening sequence was really good because it showed that already like almost immediately like holy crap, like this is different. This is going to be really different.
Yeah, and the question was like, what tone would the season take? Well, it starts off with him literally running from monsters.
Yeah.
Like how he got like the no background or sound effects, just like them breathing as he ran, just like showing the tension to throw us right into it.
Right. Because we kind of left on season 1 of them running into the forest.
Yeah, it's
right?
like, oh, it's hopeful they're gonna escape. What's next?
So why not pick up once again with them running?
Yeah.
It makes once again from a threat. Yeah. But the coolest thing about this, it kind of plays back into like why the setting interested me so much about this, because now we see they have like a ton of monsters and stuff
Yeah,
in
so
this
it's like,
world.
will a big focus be on them like fighting and avoiding the monsters? I feel like that's definitely going to be a big part of it.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. There has to be a lot of threats in this world
Yeah,
like that.
and I think that'll be like the main source of suspense, and then the mystery of the other demons in the world and all that will like complement it.
I think as well, it makes me think that this world is very untamed so far.
Yeah, especially like this forest because it's like right outside the farm. And it's like overrun with monsters and animals and all the plants and everything.
Yeah. Makes me wonder what kind of civilizations there are in this
Yeah,
world and how advanced they are. Obviously, they have all this technology, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there has to be cities and metropolises and all this great stuff.
yeah. Another question is, where did Ray get that pen from? Because he got it from Norma, if I remember right.
Yeah, you said he got it from Norman.
But where did
I think
Norman then?
I think we'll have to see where. I think there has to be a flashback to that at some point.
Yeah, it's like that's
Explaining.
far more technology than anything else they had in the farm, and there's no way the
I,
demons would let that through.
it makes me think, based off Norman's character, that he he found it.
Oh, is the pen from Crone? Is what Satsuki said.
Oh, the pen is from Crone. We're idiots.
Yeah, definitely possible.
I
Thank you,
literally
Satsuki.
did a, I literally did a video on everything you should know about Promised Neverland season 2. It's almost got 300,000 views, and I didn't know that.
This is why you should all unsub from C.
Yep.
I mean,
So,
sub to Satsuki instead.
man, that changes a lot of things.
But yeah,
I don't know.
if it is from Crone, does that mean Isabella knew about all this, or how much of the content in the pen do they know about? Because it seemed like whatever his name was, Minerva was trying to like be very subtle with it and like hide the code within the book. You also had Ray like know exactly how to use the pen to get to the information.
Yeah. What Satsi says, that was her part gifting to the kids. It was her way of getting back to Isabella. Yeah, I remember now.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I did talk about it in that video, but
Yeah,
I totally forgot.
I didn't watch the video, so I don't know. Maybe I should have though.
Yeah, I have to go back and make amends to my video. It's going to be coming out tomorrow about that. But yeah, I mean, the pin itself is such a fascinating. It's still so fascinating just
Right.
because of the technology that is within it. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
wonder like what else is in it too, because they could do a lot with that, like a lot of information that would only like activate under certain circumstances.
maybe it's got all seasons of Friends.
It could be. Maybe it has season 3 of Promised Neverland on it.
and then at the end of season 2, they're like, we finally figured out what's on the pin, and then they play it,
And then it's
and
like
it's
starts
the
season
third
3.
season.
Yeah, it like tells their future.
They're like, oh my god, and then at the end, they all wake up and it's a dream.
No, it has Twin Tail season 2 on it.
That may be the most powerful pin in all of humanity.
Yeah, and Bella is asking, I wonder if they're going to show what's happening at Unit 3 or if they're just going to focus on them escaping. I'm also wondering if they're going to run into other units. And Sasuke wonders who William Minerva is, even though he probably knows that.
Yeah, Sasuke absolutely knows who William Minerva is.
Maybe he just forgets things.
To me, I think it's probably more of an organization than a person.
I wonder if it's like not an acronym, but the thing where you can like rearrange the letters.
it
Anagram.
rearranges. Yeah, an anagram that rearranges into Francesca is best girl.
No. Okay, now I am wondering, like, what? Okay, I need to run it through an anagram solver.
Damn.
Yeah, something.
Maybe it comes out as Mother Isabella is not a good mom.
No, Satsuki would know if that was true.
Right.
Anyway, one of the other interesting things I liked this episode, or just found interesting, was how the demons knew that Ray was like a high class. I think it was. Like when they saw his number, they realized, oh, he's important.
Yeah, there's probably some like in a prison, you have like certain letters that designate if you're in a life sentence or not. Maybe maybe there's certain numbers that designate whether like these children have potential to possibly be the leaders,
Ooh, yeah.
that take over or whatever.
Oh, something else interesting. Like I saw this from some of the manga I read, which is like back in season 1 stuff, so it's not a spoiler. But how all the kids have the same like last number on that, and like the numbers have some sort of meaning to them, that we don't quite know what it is.
I always thought it designated the number of the farm.
I think so, because I think Isabella has a different number for like one where all the kids are the same. So like one number is the farm they're on. I think another reflects like the time or their age.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, if the demons recognize from the number Ray's class, that could also be like, when are they going to be taken?
Right. It's really interesting.
Yeah. Something else interesting I picked up on is that the demons refer to the kids as it, as opposed to him or they, or like Ray specifically. So that shows like the demons do not see the humans as people.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on there, what that means. I think that's more world building.
Yeah.
Sure. Sasuke says he can explain. I'm sure you can. Because you can explain away Elsa and Priscilla pretty good.
Yeah, Elsa's great.
Elsa says the Gracefield kids can't get normal jobs with those neck tats. That's the truth.
Yeah, I say
But
that.
I don't think they'll possibly be able to get normal jobs anyways.
Yeah, when the demons rule the world and try to eat and chase them everywhere.
Yeah, they're just gonna walk into that McDonald's and they're gonna be like, they're just gonna put in a call and they're gonna be like, yeah, one of them got out.
Okay, apparently Priscilla is bad now.
What? Priscilla is bad?
Yes, that's what Satsuki says, and Satsuki's always right.
I thought you. Okay, Satsuki. Okay, Satsuki. Priscilla's bad, but Elsa is good.
Yeah, Elsa's great.
I mean, yeah, Elsa's great.
There you go.
Elsa too.
Yeah,
but come on, Elsa kills people.
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes she cuts open their guts and gets off to it.
I mean, we are all into different things.
But Elsa's into the bad stuff.
And aren't you also into the bad stuff?
I didn't know.
All right.
Priscilla is much more morally, just much more morally greater than Elsa is. I mean, just think about it. Priscilla, she's just really into herself. That's it.
Is there anything wrong with that?
Yeah, is there anything wrong with that?
Elsa is into other people because that's how she shows her love for people.
Elsa can't love. Oh my god.
All right, and so we don't turn.
How does he have my search history?
And so we don't turn this into the ReZero podcast completely. What are my other notes? Oh, it's interesting how like Emma thought they were being rescued by Minerva too. So, but the demons here don't seem to know who Minerva is, or at least the way they answered did not like give it any indication that they did.
Well, that means William Minerva has no relation to these people.
Or does he? Or do they know him by another name? What if it's his true name that the anagram would reveal?
Tom Cruise.
Exactly. No, but exactly.
No. This all makes sense. Tom Cruise, Scientologist. The demons, we don't know if they're Scientologists. Have we seen Tom Cruise and the demons in the same room together? No, we have not.
Yes, we have. Remember episode 2?
Tom Cruise was in that episode?
Probably not. I just wanted to make something up.
Listen, all I'm going to say is this. It is very interesting, William Minerva's connection to all of this, but I don't think we've, for a second, run into this William Minerva group, because he also says, go to this certain sector.
He did.
To get help.
And yeah, so that definitely is telling them to go there. Well, we definitely need more information.
Definitely. Saucy says, how are the kids going to survive with limited food?
I mean, there are like plenty of plants and animals all around them. Granted, the animals might try to eat them instead, but...
Yeah, everything tries to eat these poor humans.
Reminds me of ReZero.
What, it does?
Yeah. Oh, you shared my video. I mean, you have gluttony.
Yeah, but does gluttony eat people?
Her pets do.
This is true.
I mean, they have cooked frog legs, so apparently, according to Bella.
Yeah, it's a good source of protein.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of tasty, I think. I haven't had them.
I hope they're tasty.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what did you think of the opening song, or opening thing?
I completely skipped it.
I cry.
Yep, I skipped it.
All right, ceasefire now. So, South, do you want to come on the podcast?
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I thought it was cool. I like the imagery. I like the food and clock motifs, and like the struggle that they have, but still being hopeful and like trying to get toward the light, which actually might not be a good thing.
Yeah, because sometimes the light may try to eat you.
Exactly, and if they're being eaten by enough things.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if like the ground will try to eat them at this point.
I mean, there was that trap that would have eaten them if Ray wasn't careful.
Oh, well, that is an interesting point, actually. Ray was talking about it, and he said that if you fall down that, you will never come back.
Yeah, so how did he know about that? Was that also from the books?
Yeah, all this information they got were from all the books they read.
They know a lot about the world that we don't.
Yeah.
And,
it's all... It makes sense, I think.
Yeah.
Because they have this library of information.
Well, one of the things I like just about the world building is like how subtle a lot of this is and how the kids don't think of it as weird, but we do, but they don't like dwell on it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Satsi says he wonders what'll happen in Gracefield. That is... I don't think we're going to be seeing Gracefield for a bit.
Yeah, at least... I would say we won't see anything until at least halfway through the season, if not more.
Yeah, I think near the end for me. I think or next season.
Yeah.
Near the end or the next season.
It might be like the second arc of the season. If they have that, they might start bringing it back in. But I feel like now it's good just to focus on the kids trying to survive out there.
But I do want to see where Big Daddy Phil is.
Exactly. We need more Phil.
I got so many comments on my video. Like hundreds of comments from people that just said, yo, what the fuck, dude? Phil's like 6. Why are you calling him Big Daddy Phil? And I'm like, what do you guys think Big Daddy Phil means?
I thought he was 4.
Same difference. People are like saying I'm weird for calling him Big Daddy Phil.
All right, I need to comment on your video. Give me a second.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with calling Phil Big Daddy Phil.
Botsky, quote him, please.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's Big Daddy Phil.
Like, people are going to be so confused if they've never seen our podcast before.
I am not weird. Take that back.
I'm with Satsuki on this one.
Take it back! I'm not weird. I'm entertaining.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Damn it!
But yeah, any other thoughts on the episode or like overall thoughts on everything?
No.
All right.
That's it.
So yeah, that's all the notes I have. I think we got through everything. If not, then, well, sorry about that. We got off topic talking about ReZero, Symphogear, Fruits Basket, and Satsuki.
And Francesca.
Exactly. She counts as Fruits Basket.
Oh.
Everything Animated is asking Big Daddy Phil, is he dead? No, fortunately not. Phil must always survive.
Big Daddy Phil.
And Bella is calling him Chunky Phil, not dead.
Big Daddy Phil.
Animated hasn't seen this episode either. Why do people keep showing up without watching the episode?
I don't know. It always happens at the very end. That now you're getting two things. You haven't watched the episode, and now they're showing up at the end.
Exactly.
Listen, all I'm going to say is Big Daddy Phil.
All I'm going to say is I need to be better at getting the stream to go where I want it to go.
This is true.
All right, Satsuki is going to tell you why Isabella is a good mom on the other podcast, which is the King of Anime podcast, where you can watch C, Satsuki, and everything animated, talk about all kinds of cool anime stuff, and C probably be accused of being a lolicon at least once per week.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous over there.
And that's why you should watch it.
I'm in a living hell. We're also going to be, we announced that we're going to be doing Promised Neverland, ReZero, Attack on Titan, but we got a couple other surprises.
That you're dropping ReZero?
I can't tell you, but the only way you're able to find out is if you watch King of Anime podcast this Monday, 8 p.m. EST. Big Daddy Phil.
Yes, and this was a good transition for where you can find C, who will be in the comments, so go check him out. Come back next week where we'll talk more about Promised Neverland and come up with crazy theories that are probably completely off, where people who read the manga will laugh at us.
Hell yeah.
Exactly, that's fun. And yeah, that's everything. And watch my channel for other anime stuff, Pokemon stuff, other stuff. I have no idea what I'm doing with my channel, but that's what makes it fun.
Hell yeah. Big Daddy Phil.
And now everyone just probably thinks we're weird. And IHOP, apparently.
I agree, IHOP.
I don't know why you're saying IHOP. I thought you might. Also, Shield Hero 2.
Well, when that actually airs.
Yeah. Maybe I'll watch more of that at some point. Probably not.
Yeah.
Anyway, goodbye, good night, bye-bye.
Big Daddy Phil.